see.
So streaming live. So let's see. Started 18 seconds ago.
It's up there. So.
Alright guys, everybody hop back on. We're sorry.
Yeah, maybe we won't lose you again. Don't know what happened. I think it's the internet here. It is horrible. We've had them come work on it, and I don't know. It's horrible.
It's real bad. It's real bad.
Like I said a while ago, went and took some parts for the 64 Galaxie. I went to my dad's house, and went to his shop this weekend and actually cut the side exhaust in. I'll go over there and show it to y'all and get under there and explain what's going on with it. I took the fender, radiator support, some tail light buckets, drip rails, headlight buckets. Got a bunch of parts today that I went and scavenged off of a car at my little honey hole. So I got the front fender on there, and I got just a couple bolts in it because I just wanted to see how well it was lining up. And I can tell you that just throwing it up there, it went on way better than any Camaro or Mopar has ever done. Ford, baby, Ford. So it's up there, it's got a few bolts in it, and it looks great. I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like, even though it's not bolted up, but it looks like a whole car sitting here right now. It's getting ready for paint. I gotta figure out how to, I actually held the rear bumper up there today to make sure that it was all square and everything looked good. I got to figure out how to mount the bumper now because I moved the rails in, but I didn't leave the bumper mounts out. So I've got to move that out. I got to figure out what to do. I'm gonna make something. I'm gonna make it happen. It's gonna work. Might just re-drill the bumper and shoot some sheet metal screws or something into it. I mean, duct tape, you know. Bondo will fix anything, you know.
That'll hold it.
Yeah, some Loctite, some Bondo, and some duct tape. That'll make it work just great. I think that's show quality.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
JB Will.
I gotta fix the drip rail, and I actually gotta fix some on the sail panel. And I've got to take out the tail panel and weld in the tail panel. I've got to take it out, prep it, put it back in, and weld it. And I'm not sure if I want to do that or not, or if I want to start on the drip rail. Both of them's got to be done. I've got sanding and stuff to do. I've got a few holes to drill and do some plug welds. But it's pretty much there. I gotta take it back off the frame, put it in the air, do some cleanup underneath some screw holes that from where I put sheet metal screws in the floor to hold it into place. I gotta get them eliminated, cleaned up, and then go back on it, because when we do the body work and we take it back off, I want it ready to have the bottom sprayed with the undercoating. And I've got to do some patching on the deck lid, and I've got to finish out the hinge parts on the deck lid. They're not completely done yet. So how's everybody been? How was everybody's weekend? I'm not sure if we're getting the chat again. It looks like two comments, so I'm gonna redo it. It's saying 3 people watching, so maybe everybody else will find it. The other one's probably showing up on there and they're trying to click on it still.
How do you?
Not sure. I would probably have to get my phone and access it and delete it. Let me see if I can do that. turn mine back on. I guess I could bring it over there. That is not talking. They're probably like, oh, she's just playing on the phone.
Yeah.
Not talking. She ain't gonna go to do nothing because you're bringing an animal.
That's what I'm thinking it was. I thought I was a moderator. I got a little wrench.
You what?
I got a wrench.
You're an admin on my YouTube.
Oh.
You can't do nothing on there. You have to be signed into my YouTube.
Mike and Mary said they got back in. He's making a sandwich.
Yes, I had to make another sandwich. No, I had to get my phone, and it was plugged in, so we could all sit around on our phones and talk with y'all. No, I was going to go delete the video that we posted first, the first live one, so nobody goes into it thinking that. There it is. Let's see. I'm not sure if I can delete it. I don't know why it says streaming live from GoPro or from.
Hey, Mr. Foltz, how you doing tonight?
Hey there.
You
Belling
good?
wire will hold anything. Yes, it would. Let's
This
see.
internet, guys, is ridiculous tonight.
Man, I don't know. I mean, I guess everybody's on here. I can't get to it to delete the other one. It's not giving me an option to delete it. And I don't understand why. No.
Guess we'll just have to roll with it. We've got 10 on now, it shows, so I guess you guys are all finding us. Mike and Mary said last week's came up in its place, but then they got here, so I guess everybody else will finally just trickle in as we go along.
Yeah.
Or find us later.
I thought if I went and deleted the one that got froze up on us, that everybody was trying to go to it, and I thought if I deleted it, that would eliminate everybody trying to go there. But anyways, we're here, it's rolling, the camera's going, as long as the internet holds up. Don't really feel like doing nothing. I don't know. I'm tired of working on this thing. I am burnt out on it. But I've just got so much to do, and when I do it, I'm not sure if I'll finish anything if I started it tonight, because I need to get the camera out and I need to take pictures while I do it. So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to set up to do anything. I don't know. What do you think I should do?
It's up to you. Your dad said he had a great weekend with you guys. I stayed at home with the puppies all weekend. There was all the Maze boys hanging out, working on the Galaxie.
Yeah. And I need to get a beard trimming. This is like outrageous. I think I'm gonna do it like what's his name? With the soccer ball Wilson and all on the shipwreck on the island.
Castaway?
Castaway. I feel like Castaway. Like, I haven't cut my hair, I ain't shaved or nothing. I think I'm just gonna keep going till the car's done and see what I look like. Might be like Forrest Gump when he ran for a long time. Just.
Isn't that the same guy?
Yeah. No.
No.
Yeah. No. It was Tom Hanks' Forrest Gump, and Castaway was Robin Williams, wasn't it?
No. Castaway was... Oh my goodness, somebody answer. Was Castaway and Forrest Gump the same actor?
Unreal.
Now I'm gonna Google it.
I think it was.
It wasn't Johnny Depp.
For some reason, I was thinking that Castaway was.
Yeah, same guy.
Same guy. You don't know who.
Whatever his name is. What's
Oh
his
my
name?
God.
Tom Hanks. Yeah, Tom Hanks is Forrest Gump, right? And
Yeah.
he's Castaway dude.
Unreal.
Same
Wilson.
guy.
It is the same guy.
Wilson!
So, let's see. Charlie says the sun's flying in. So, I guess I can take the camera and turn around here, and I don't know what should I do? Should I do the tail panel weld up, or should I start doing the drip rail replace on the Galaxie? I'm not really sure which I should do. It's like I should be able to throw a pole up here or something. Like poll the audience.
I'm sure there's a way, but I am no IT person. That is not my forte.
But I'm gonna start, like, seriously. I know I've said it like a million times. I'm gonna start doing the YouTube channel more videos, and it's hard. If Aaron will come up here and do it, then we might be able to pull some off.
I've started going to the gym in the mornings so that all he's got to say is just stay. I'll be here.
She's been offering to stay, but I've been telling her to go because it's like, really, there's nothing. But then I look at other people's, like the Craig 909. He's got a Galaxie and the F100 and stuff that he's built, and all his videos, it's just kind of like free for all. He don't really have nothing said. He just takes the camera with him, and he's like, all right, I'm going to look at this car, and he goes and he looks at the car, and then he takes it home, and then he's like, all right, I'm unloading it. And so it's not really a set thing on teaching anybody how to do anything. Don't get me wrong, it's great. I like the Craig. I was actually watching him last night, and he was going to a swap meet and found just went and got a Galaxie, the red one, and then he went to a swap meet. He was there. It was like a 3-day weekend thing, and he's walking around. He said he wasn't looking for nothing in particular. He got a bunch of snap-on sockets, and he found a hood ring, a horn ring for the Galaxie, because just earlier in the video he is like, oh, it's got a cool horn ring, but it's cracked, it ain't fixable. Well, then he found one. Well, today while I was down at AMD looking for parts, I just gave away my honey hole. But anyways, while I was there getting my parts and scavenging through the stuff, I seen like 4 Galaxie horn rings, and I have one up on the roof on the top of the office over here. And the whole time I was thinking about it, I was like, I need to be filming right now, and then I'm gonna tell the Craig 909 that I found some horn rings. See how simple it was. But anyways, I didn't have a camera. I had my phone. I guess I could have shot with it. I need to stay more prepared.
I always told you that you needed like the GoPro mounted to your hat, because things happen to you all the time, and then you could just sit down on like every Sunday. If you sat down and spliced together an entire week's worth of GoPro of Juby-Doo life happenings, that would be a YouTube video by itself.
I just
like
can't.
Just a whole channel.
I just can't sit in front of the computer very long and do that, put those videos together and all that stuff. It's hard. It's hard for me to do it, and then I really don't know how. I guess if I knew how, then it would be a whole lot easier, but I don't know how. And I guess I won't never know how because I don't never try to know how.
Jeff, you need to come down for a weekend and hook it up.
Jeff.
They're talking about sandwiches. I don't know if Jeff's on, but he might see it at some point. Oh, cuzzo.
Yeah, my cuz.
Mike and Mary said Aaron can make sandwiches, and then your dad told him what you were doing this weekend with your brother.
Yeah, I got home and I had to go buy another whole bag of another whole bag of pepperoni, and I bought jalapenos, and I bought jalapeno stuffed olives, and I bought blue cheese stuffed olives, and they were horrible. I didn't try none. I let Aaron do that.
They're salvageable. You just have to take the blue cheese out because the blue cheese sitting in that brine just really turned it into like dirt. It's not good. But the olives are good.
I'm not trying it.
Not super carnivore, but Mickey, there's my vegetable you were asking me about yesterday. I do eat olives and I do eat jalapenos. That's about...
They're like my candy.
Yeah.
The jalapenos and the olives. I did get some okra. Some pickled okra. I got the pickled okra and I wasn't sure if I could have it, and I got home and I was like, can I have these?
Pickled. We can have pickled vegetables.
And all I read was 0 carbs and 0 sugar, so I was like, yes. Which reminds me, when I was walking to the truck, don't they make an ice cream?
They've got a low carb, no sugar ice cream, and we've had it before. And it's not the greatest. Certain flavors are better than others, but yeah, we need to do that because I've been craving ice cream too.
Yes, so I want to go get ice cream.
Yeah.
Hey Robert, glad to see you on. I seen the chat and somebody mentioned me in the chat earlier, and I haven't got on there yet to answer or see what anybody needed. I guess I'm
you're in the moment of what you're doing right now.
Sad excuse for a brother, not answering.
You are stretched pretty thin, so.
Olives are great.
Olives are
eat 'em.
phenomenal. Green olives, black olives, then purple ones.
Since I started doing this, like, my Instagram hasn't really, I didn't really concentrate on really do anything on there, but since I started this, I've been posting, and I try to post every day on it, and on the Instagram, when I post there, it posts on my Facebook, so that's a win. But my Instagram is growing, and I'm getting a lot of feedback from it, and it's great. Right before I went on, or when I went to go check my phone to delete the video, there was a message from a guy, I think it was before, a guy wanting to know if I wanted to do another 64 Galaxie. It's a convertible.
Oh my
so
gosh.
I was waiting on the picture to upload, but I had to come over here and get with y'all guys.
Absolutely, but there's no timelines ever again, or at least for a year. Juby owes me a beach trip, guys.
So I won't do no more deadline cars.
Not this fast, not this tight at least.
And it won't be a whole car. If I do a whole car, it's gonna be my own. Like I say, my plan for my next car is a home built, like handmade, everything supercar. I want something in the Lambo Aventador, something like that, something all handmade, frame, everything, with a nice motor. So I think that's my next project. I'm not real sure yet. My mind changes. I want to work on this one as well. So I might put this one before the hand built, or I might do this one while doing the hand built, but it won't be a timeline. It won't be no stay until 9 o'clock at night, and it won't be no up here every day of the weekend, which I have 3-day weekends. So my weekends are just as much work as my work week. But any car that I take in, like the Galaxie or whatever, it's going to be a paying job through the installation center. So I'm going to talk with the guy later on tonight, find out what he's wanting to do, make sure that the parts are available, because that's the whole purpose. The reason the guy that is building this Galaxie, he works at AMD. The reason he's building this Galaxie or having me build it is because they want to get it out there on social media so that they can sell parts. It's kind of a marketing thing. And we never done Galaxies. We done two, one floor setup, and we did one full body that sits in the showroom. So that's the only two we done. That's why we ended up having a table, a jig for a Galaxie was from that. And the owner of AMD's been saying, y'all need to do Galaxies. I need to sell Galaxie parts. I got tons. I need to sell Galaxie parts. So that's where this car started, and that's why they are, they want me to build this Galaxie and promote it, put it out there so that they can sell parts.
And people call me, I would say an average one person a week wants a Galaxie done. So if we do start doing it, I don't think it's going to be an issue of finding people that want to restore their Galaxies. It may be the same issue we're having with GM and Mopar, though. Maybe once they run out of the Galaxie parts, getting new ones back in the warehouse. But
I mean, obviously they're selling the parts because it was months, and the trunk floor had to be air freighted from Taiwan to here. Cost around $2,800. So the trunk is $3,000 easy, because I think the trunk floor is like $500
something like that.
Something, and then it was $2,800 shipping, air freight.
And that's just for the metal piece. That has nothing to do with the 300 hours of labor you have.
I've got about, I average, it's about 322 hours, I would say, in the trunk of the car, and I am still not done. But at $75 an hour, that's like 24,000 or something. And then the body on the car, just the actual body work, putting in the trunk, wheelhouses, quarters, all that is about $38,000, parts included. But I've been trying to keep up with all of it and how much is really going into this. It's pretty high. I haven't added in the hours of being at my dad's, doing the side exhaust, materials and stuff like that. I want to keep a track of it, because I want to know what this car is really going to be.
It'll help you value it if you keep up with
a value on it, but I doubt you could ever sell it for that. Maybe if the guy that it belongs to decides to sell it.
If his wife gets rid of it, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Hopefully we get it. So,
Brooke, if you're listening.
The car that I was scavenging parts from today, Craig went over there a couple weeks ago and got the deck filler out of it, the under part of the deck filler, and I wanted to go over there and take it out nice and easy. He went over there and just cut it out, and I was over there about to cry because I was like, man, I need this Galaxie so I can build me one. I won't do the trunk though, I promise. If somebody wants the trunk done, I'll do it, but they are gonna pay. I would not do the trunk
for less than $25,000.
Yeah, I wouldn't do a trunk like I did this one, trunk, frame rails, and all that for less than, I say $20,000. Easy.
Because your second time around, you
my second time, I got it figured out. I know
you're not reinventing the wheel again, but still, it's a lot of work.
But $20,000 would be pushing it. I'd have to see the cash in my face to even think about doing what I did in this trunk. Wheelhouses, deck lid. And I'm still not done. Like I say, I got to figure out how to mount bumpers. I've got to finish out the deck lid. It's not over. Yeah, it's not over yet. Shipping's crazy. Diesel up here, $660. My dad said he'd love to build the frame. Robert said good. Mary and him said we should come visit for a garbage plate. No olives, lots of carbs. I'll bring the olives.
Yeah.
And my dad's gonna eat an olive. I bet you he does. And I'm gonna put it on I'm going to put it on YouTube. He is going to eat an olive.
We did make your brother eat a raisin that one time.
My dad's going to eat an olive. Absolutely. So I guess I'll walk over here and shut the trunk on this thing so y'all don't see the horrible, like, once it's done, I hope they never open the trunk again.
Whatever.
I'm just playing. I hope the trunk stays open. If I could, I would leave the trunk off. And the motor that we ended up getting this week, or past week, I don't know if everybody's seen it on Instagram, Facebook. We had found out that the 390 was at the shop getting rebuilt. My brother was doing that as part of the build, and the 390 block was cracked. So my dad said, "Nah, man," but he will. He's going to. I promise you. I promise you, if you're still watching, my dad is going to eat an olive.
Like Kevin Hart says, "I promise you, boo-boo."
So, the block was cracked. My brother called me last Saturday and told me that the block was cracked. So we've been looking all week for a block. Couldn't find the block. Looked for a 390. There was some in some cars, but they wanted us to buy the whole car. And the owner of the car didn't want to do that. He was looking for a block, and he kept pushing, saying that he wanted to have a Hellcat put in it, because Mopar was going to give us a Hellcat to go in it. And we decided he didn't want the thing, and I kind of let my dad drive this thing, because this is like his favorite car, his dream car stuff, and I wanted my dad's vision in it on the build.
And that's kind of helped persuade this guy all the way through this build, is whatever Juby and Ken say, he's like, "Yeah, y'all are right, let's do it y'all's way."
Well, when he first come and talked with me, I explained how I would do it, and it was pretty much how my dad would do it. And he's like, "I like your vision." So he had sent me an email after he left and said, "Hey, I like your vision. I want you to build this car." And he gave me free reign to do what I wanted to the car. I actually talked him into tubbing it, and he didn't want to.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Man, we need to tub this. We need to tub this." And now I'm like, I wish I would have kept my mouth shut.
You didn't know how much that tub was going to be.
But he gave it to me to build, to make my Instagram following bigger, to help me on my YouTube channel and all that. So far, all I've done is helped my Instagram with it and get my name out there. So giving my dad the vision or whatever, the open to say how he would have it, because I would like for this car to be, you know, something of what he would envision, because it's going to be in the magazine, which it should be out this month. But he said no on the Hellcat. Well, then I said, well, the owner is talking about putting a Coyote in it. And my dad was like, nope, 390. Well, the Coyote's sitting right back here. We're going to put the Coyote in here because Craig bought the Coyote. Well, the 390, turns out the block was cracked. The guy was talking about putting the Hellcat back in it, whatever. He's like, unless Craig will sell the Coyote. So we were back and forth with it, and then he messaged me and said, "Hey, I got a motor. It's on the way." I was like, "Well, what is it?" And he wouldn't tell me. I'm like, "Dude, like, really, what is it?" He's like, "It's going in the car.
You're gonna love it.
You're gonna love it." And I'm like, "Oh my God, this guy, he loves C10s and stuff, so he's not really this. This is his wife's car."
We thought we were getting a 350.
So we're like, "Oh man, what is he doing?" And he's telling me I'm gonna love it, and he knows me. I don't do the motor change thing. And he said it'll be there in an hour or so. So an hour later, this motor shows up, and it was an all aluminum Robert Pons 427.
You literally
FE.
could hear the angels. Oh.
And I am so jealous. I was in the back shop
crying.
when I told my dad about it. He was crying, and I was in the back, and I was like, I am literally back here crying. And my dad sent a picture on the group chat, and he was crying. and it's like, it's what dreams are made of. I really, like, I am so jealous of this car. I wish it was mine. I mean,
I was giddy schoolgirl out here looking at all that beautiful metal just shining up in our face, and I mean, it's got like every little piece you need.
So, but yeah, I'll go check these things, because that's what Tech Talk's about. It's about talking and answering questions.
Yeah.
So I usually just run my mouth until somebody asks a question or something, and I try to answer it. So I see Ken posted on here. Hello guys, finally getting to putting my 67 Vert back together. We even shot a little primer on today. Putting on new floors, trunk, both rear fenders, tail panel, new front end. Too much money.
Well, we know the too much money. We know that. But congratulations on getting some progress. That's awesome.
Yeah, maybe I'll get some videos on how to do this stuff. Like, I've got too much money. I've got like $10,900 in parts for my 69 Camaro sitting in the back corner back there.
Just waiting.
And I bought the stuff, really didn't have the money to buy it, but I bought it because I knew that once I finished, my return would be bigger. And it's sitting, so it's kind of like I've got money in the bank sitting back there because parts are not being able to be found. But if a car comes in and we need the parts, there's a chance that I'm going to have to up and sacrifice mine. We have no Camaros on the schedule. It would be awesome if somebody called in and said, hey, I want a brand new full built 69 Camaro. Then I would be able to put it together and I could get rid of it.
We had a guy call for a 67 and I tried to persuade him on a 69. He wasn't having it. He was dead set on a 67. So I quoted him, but it didn't help Juby out any. And Mr. Bonner, you know you are the most pretty.
I forgot to call Eric because I told him I was going to call him today at lunch, but I spent my lunch on the road going to get parts. I was gone for like 2 hours, my lunch, so the Galaxie's costing me more money than it should, because this is all a free, my time, my skill, it's all free. This is, I mean,
it's supposed to be off. It's supposed to just be your time, but
it's kind of like advertisement. If you want to advertise a business, it costs a lot of money to have stuff put in magazines with your name on it. It costs a lot of money to have billboards put out there. It costs a lot to even put an advertisement in the newspaper.
Yes.
So this is kind of like me paying for advertisement, because they're advertising for me, I'm advertising for myself, and it's going in the magazine, so I'm getting millions of people seeing me and my name. So it's kind of an investment for the long run, because like I say, I've got people messaging me telling me, I love your work, I would love for you to do this. I actually had this girl in Rome, Lauren, she messaged me and said she knows it's out of my realm or out of my thing on building cars, but she absolutely loves my work and would love for me to work on her car. She does like pinup modeling stuff. She goes to a lot of car shows, and she has it at another shop, but she wants to get it to me. And I told her I can't do nothing right now until this thing is done and out of my hair, and then I will entertain the offer of it, because it is a car that we don't do. It's not out of my realm. It's a hot rod. It's a muscle car. It's a classic car. It's in my genre of cars. So if I can find parts and it's not too terrible, I might take on the project just to do it, because it is like one of my favorite cars. Even though it is a Chevrolet, it's a 59 El Camino. It's like, I love the 59 Impala, I love the 59 El Camino. So it might be a weekend project thing that I take on. Not 100% sure.
no comment.
What?
You talking about doing it for free?
No.
Oh.
For
goodness.
work, retard. I'm done with the free stuff.
That's all I know.
But I am expensive. Now, I am expensive.
Good. Hashtag no more free jobs.
Okay, that means when she gets ready to do her little Datsun or her D50 or whatever, I'm charging her.
I've paid in advance.
No, you're not paid in advance.
Super paid.
Parts are hard to get. Shipping is stupid crazy.
Shipping is stupid crazy.
Yes. My favorite Chevys. Yeah, definitely. I would have a 59 Impala. I would have a 59 El Camino. I would have a 59 wagon, and I would have I do not like convertibles. I cannot stand convertibles, but I would own a 59 convertible. That is like the only convertible that I would own. The rest of them, I can't get into the convertible thing. I don't even like the Galaxie's convertible. I think that's why people ride around with their tops up on their convertibles, because they're all like, oh, I want a convertible, and then they get one, they're like, oh, this is hideous, I don't want to ride around in this convertible, so they leave the tops up. Now, I did think about making a convertible Galaxie, but have it with a retractable hardtop.
Yeah. How would you put that much back there?
I would make it happen.
It would have to fold in the center.
I don't know what I would have to do, but I can make it happen.
Are all Galaxies? There's a Galaxie postcar, isn't there?
No.
No.
There's a Galaxie that's a soap box top.
Yeah.
And then there's the Galaxie like this, and there's the 4-door.
I hadn't called Stacy in a while. He wanted us to do his box top Galaxie.
Yeah, I need to call Stacy because he's got a Chevrolet short school bus, like a 50s model short school bus. Over there.
Do y'all want to see the Galaxie?
Yes, we want to see the Galaxie. Trying to be like me, yeah. My first street car. Once.
60 Impala convertible.
Oh yeah, I like the 60, 59, 60. They're now. If anybody wants to donate a car, they can send me a 61 bubble top. I would love to have the bubble top.
I'll take a 77 Datsun truck with the.
Yes, if anybody knows where
yeah, I don't want it donated. I'll buy it.
She wants a mini truck. She wants a Datsun.
79, but I don't want the flatbed, but I'll take the flatbed. I like the one that's got that little rim on the side with the hook so you can put like hay bales or something in it. I don't know. My daddy had a Datsun truck when I was a little girl, and I remember loving it.
The retracts fold. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mary, you had a 65 Le Mans? Or Mike? Which one of you? That's what we just did.
I had a
Le Mans
66.
GTO smash.
I had a 66 Pontiac Bonneville, and I loved that thing. It was a boat, but I loved it.
Oh, that's right. I'm a ding-dong, Mary. So Mary had the Le Mans.
My sister's first car was a Gremlin.
Them things are awesome. I would drive one.
She had a Gremlin. So my first car, I had a lot of Volkswagens, but I wasn't old enough to drive. I just had a lot of them. I like collected them. I was like obsessed with them, and I was like 14, 15. I was just packing them up.
I could go for a V-Dub Rabbit.
But then my mom bought me my first running driving car, and it was a 79 Ford Courier.
I'll take one of those too.
The first car I bought myself was a 68 Ford Ranchero. I miss my Ranchero, but it's gone, and I've had a lot of other cars that I miss since then. Like, this is like the longest time I have ever been without an old car. I've been driving a
We're both a little
Jeep.
Yeah, we're not real excited about our daily drivers because it's just not customary. I miss my big old truck I had that the motorhome took away from me. And Juby's it's just not normal Juby routine to not have a hot rod in the driveway.
My sister's, I believe, was puke green as well, the Gremlin. And Mark said that he misses his 71 Maverick. I had a 71 Maverick that was blue, and it was awesome. Now, the first car that I drove to work and used, because my dad and my mom were going to get me a truck, and I was all day at school looking at Auto Trader all day, and I drew every version there was, paint scheme, snug top, all that on a 79 Ford Courier. My mom, my real mom, ended up getting me one out of a junkyard for $300. It was running, driving. I loved it, but it was supposed to be a father-son project thing, and then it never really happened, and my birthday came around and I didn't get one, and I finally got up the nerve to ask about it, and he said, well, your mom says that if you want a car, you're going to have to go get a job. So I got a job. Well, I asked how I was going to get back and forth to the job, and he said, well, she said that you could use Grandpa's car. And Grandpa's car was a 74 Ford Maverick, 4-door, and it was baby shit green. So that's what my get-around car to go to work was.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, well, one day I'm gonna, I guess, have a father-son project, but it's gonna be a son-father project because I'm gonna have to buy it. We've kind of projected on this Galaxie together here or there. He's helped me on a lot of cars. He helped me on my Ranchero when I got crazy and thought about tubbing and cutting the whole bed out of it and tubbing it. I have a thing for tubbing.
You have a thing for cutting.
I like to cut and remake.
Cut and put it back together differently.
My mom always said that she didn't understand it, but every time we got toys, we always tore them all apart. I always tore them apart and then rebuilt them, and I like to rebuild them better. So I guess that's why I like to tear cars apart, and I like to rebuild them, and I feel like I'm building them better.
All right, let's look at the Galaxie.
Mark said don't call me Mark, but I'm calling him Mark because that's what his name is on here.
That's
Mark.
what it says. Mark.
Marky Mark. Marky Mark.
And the Funky Bunch.
And the Funky Bunch. Comments on color for Cuda. I think Matt Black. Mike says a dark red.
Black is picky with Bodywork.
Black cars have to have perfect body, but black cars don't have to have perfect gaps.
Yeah, you can fake the gaps because it's shadowed.
Your gaps don't have to be perfect but I think it's a whole lot easier to get the gaps perfect than it is to get the body perfect. So, black car, it's not in your favor on Bodywork as far as lines and stuff like that, getting body lines, especially on the Galaxie. This thing's got so many body lines, it's crazy.
And it's 50 foot long.
Yeah, quarter panel's 8 foot. I don't even know how long the total car is, but it's gonna help with the gaps. So he built the Bagalac tail lights. Yes, as I said, we've had some father-son projects. I was messing with him, but really I'm gonna, I wish he would have took the 35 Ford truck that I gave Josh, so that I could have came up there and hung out with him, and we could have built it, and we could have built a frame, and I got the 302 right here that we could have put in this, because it's got to run in 302. But anyways, like Aaron said, it's getting late, so I guess we'll flip around here and talk about the Galaxie and let y'all see it for a minute, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
But we really didn't answer Mary's comment. Mike says dark red. He says black's piggy. And
I think if it's done well, black looks better but black doesn't photograph as well. Red photographs better, and the bodywork is probably going to be a little easier, but your gaps have to be more perfect. But to me, black is sexy on a car.
Okay, we're moving on to the Galaxie here. So I guess I can probably unplug it. It's charged pretty good. So let's see. Well, I don't want to show y'all that, but let me shut the trunk. I guess Aaron can operate the camera. I'm up walking around with it. But anyways, the trunk, what has she got going on?
What?
Let me see. I don't know.
That's how I want to hold it.
I know, but I was just seeing. Trunk, I've got to weld the tail panel, which I'll probably do tonight, because I really need to. I got to drill out these spots and plug weld it, because I can't get to it because of my tubs. So I got to drill that out, and I've already plug welded all along here, and I just ground it. So I'm going to go back and spot weld it to leave the spot welds in between where my grinds are, to make that right. I only plug welded it because the inside piece had holes drilled in it when Craig removed it. So I got this, and I guess you can come back here and get the whole side shot of the car.
Here we go.
You can see it with the front fender on. And the front fender, I have no bolt in the bottom, but I mean it's great. The bolt up top ain't locked in or nothing. It's just in there so I can move it, close the gap, whatever. But it's pretty close to everything profiling out. I mean, it feels good. I think it's gonna be simple. I've got the front on the radiator support up. Radiator is actually in there. This fender is actually the only fender and the very first fender reproduced. This is the very first sample that was sent here of the reproduction fender. So I have the only one because they are not in production yet, but I was given this one. They had the other one already, but it was there and they had to send it back because they asked for it back for some reason. But it's been a while, never sent it back. They should be in production, but this is the very first one made. And I can actually show you, if you look at these stickers right here, this is the first sample, and this one was done August 24, 2017. This is a prototype piece. This radiator supports prototype. There's a lot of prototype pieces on here. I actually think that yes, the bumper filler is a prototype. And if you look inside the fender here, let's see, it is actually a prototype, and it's August 4th, 2020 when this one came in. The radiator support's right there, April 18th, 2019, very first one. The inner fender piece, May 8th, 2018, that was the very first one. So the quarters on this car are the same. They're the first quarter panels stamped. Some other little brackets and stuff, some of the trunk gutter stuff is all the very first ones that they made. So I feel kind of special that I have these parts here, and it's on this car that I actually got to build with the prototype stuff. But anyways, here's the exhaust. I think they look great. They look good from the front here because you can actually see the exhaust, the cutout. It's stainless, and it has It's welded to the mild steel, so it'll rust. So I'm gonna have to paint about a 1/4 inch in. And let me grab a disc right here. So my dad planned, originally he was going to make the exhaust, this is 3 inch, so he was gonna make the exhaust flush out. And I told him that I thought that it would look better if the exhaust came out at a straight, and then there would be a little reveal here and a little reveal here. Says we're gonna leave this brushed because it's stainless, it ain't gonna rust. And this is gonna be, the exhaust is gonna be a tip that he's making, and it's gonna be polished. He's talking about like 2-piece looking, make it look 2-piece with some Allen heads or something on it. I don't know. He says his imagination's running wild and that he couldn't wait to get in the shop. So I would have to say that he was up pretty early this morning at the shop working on it. I don't know. I guess only time will tell because we need them. So that's that on the there. I'm gonna get my fender, get it up here. I'm gonna start getting the bolts cleaned up and get it mocked up to start putting it together for Bodywork. I have another door. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use this one. This one was a prototype door skin, which you can see inside. It's first sample January 28, 2018. But this was the first skin, and it's been moved around and it's kind of beat up. But I have a new skin, thinking about reskinning the door. Not sure. I'm gonna get Craig's input on it because he's the one helping me do the body work. So I kept the door on the other side because that door is the factory door that came with this car, and it has the VIN numbers in it. So it has the VIN number in there, has the VIN number on the side cowls, which didn't get removed, and it has the VIN number on the front here, which I did cut in. I want to get this trim off. I've got some parts to find. We actually sent in, I have some parts over here. There's some more sample pieces. This is what I went and got today. I got that radiator support, that fender, and I got these. I don't know if they're like a reman or like a NOS, but they look pretty new. So I just grabbed them. These are definitely first, I think this might be a reman, new, but new old stock NOS. Another sample. This is actually the brace between the fender and the battery tray lays on here. It actually goes at an angle and bolts like that in there. So I ended up getting them, and I got some tail light buckets. This is the piece that's going to go in for the exhaust through the frame. I'm actually going to cut it in half, put half in the top of one side of the frame and the other half in the top of the other side, and my exhaust is going to go between the body bushing and into the frame. But this is what I was going to talk about for a second. This chrome stuff, I wish I could have got it chromed. It needs it. This piece is messed up. This is the piece that I was talking about casting. Go sent me some aluminum and stuff because I was going to try to cast. I ended up, Kato found me these pieces, 2 of them, and they're good. So I messaged the guy about doing the chrome, and just on these few pieces, these are the door handles. They make the door handles for the 63. They pull up. These are the 64, the 64 Galaxie 500, they pull up. This is the 500 XL, and they are like this. So they don't make these, but they make the 64 for the 500. But anyways, this little bit of pieces right here, I had quoted on doing the chrome on just that little bit, and it was $8,000.
Ow!
So I knew better to even ask the owner of the car if he wanted to do it. I was like, he's gonna say powder coated. So this stuff's probably gonna get powder coated. I hate to powder coat it, but I guess these can't get powder coated, because these are the spears that go on the end of the quarter right here, which will have to be drilled, because these quarter panels are made for the 500 and not the XL. The 500 trim comes straight all the way back. This one goes right there, and the trim ends there, and then this goes on, and it's got some color and stuff in it on both sides. So
Was Carl gonna polish those pieces then?
what pieces?
The ones you said they can't be powder coated?
They're not really no good. They can't be polished.
So y'all gotta find another set, huh?
Yeah, I gotta find a set that's in better shape than these.
Yeah.
I can't have it going to SEMA with that. And I'm sure if all that was $8,000, I'm sure to get these two pieces right here is probably $1,000.
Yeah, I was thinking about $1,000 by themselves.
To have these, I need to learn how to powder coat myself. I mean, not powder coat, but chrome. And I wasn't really sure about Mira. I'm not sure if I'm going to go with the Mira or not. This Mira's not really horrible. It looks like it's got overspray on it, and it probably would come off. I'm not sure. But this goes in the back seat, the top of the back seat. I thought it was a speaker grill for the reverberator. But I guess we'll go check and see if anybody's asking any questions, because we don't have the phone.
Bring my phone with me. I apologize, guys. We're not ignoring you. I'm just not prepared.
Yeah, I don't know what she's doing. She's lost.
I'm not an IT person.
She's not an IT person. Where are you going?
I was gonna plug it in.
Oh, she's trying to plug it in. So, but I guess when we start doing the channel, she'll be up here doing all the walking around. So she's learning the camera stuff. So let's see here. Comments on the color.
Mary said, wow, it looks great. Thank you. Ken loves all the body lines. Who will do the body work and paint for the Galaxie? Isn't that going to be you and Craig?
Me and Craig are supposedly doing the body work. I'm not sure on the paint yet. We're still trying to find the paint.
You actually have the paint. You just need
somebody
to spray.
we have the paint. Orion Automotive Finishes has given us the paint. That's what we primed the trunk and stuff with, and the wheelhouses. We used their paint.
And their paint is just gorgeous. I want to swim in it.
So let's see. Mike and Mary may have to buy him a cot for the shop, because I think Juby will have to move in there. Yeah, probably. That's what.
We got
crazy.
bunk beds. I need to bring those up and set them up. Some late nights coming ahead.
Yeah, I think somebody on here needs to be in the chroming.
Yeah.
Because I need some chrome.
And I'm sure we could keep you busy. What is PVD chrome, Ben?
I'll have to check it. They make a powder coat chrome.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what it looks like. I'm going to have to talk with Joey, because Lanier Powder Coating in Gainesville is going to do all the powder coating on the car as soon as I determine what's what and what's going to be what color. And I have asked him about the chrome, and he hasn't told me. So I'm going to have to go down there, I guess, and see him.
Yeah. I'm sure he'd be willing to show you, but I don't know. It was years ago that I had researched powder coating, the powder coat chrome, and it seems like they may have worked out some of the bugs, but some of them were Like they were good at powder coating colors, but the chrome just wouldn't stand up, especially if it was on the outside of a car.
Me and my dad actually rode to like Charlotte, North Carolina or somewhere and looked at one of those chromers, the spray chrome thing. And I was going to invest in it and buy it and start doing chroming. And I got up there and I looked at it, and it was a lot of work. It was basically like painting body. You had to get everything perfect. The work on whatever you was chroming had to be perfect, and it was a lot of chemicals and a lot of purchasing stuff from different places, and I ended up turning it down. I had the cash in my pocket to do it, and I'll have to check that out, because there's actually something I want to look up about Jalapeno anyways, Ben. So I appreciate that, and I'm going to look it up tonight. So
Jay Leno's got more cars than all.
yeah. So we were up there. My dad was there, and my dad usually tries to influence me on what to do, and especially when it comes to money and stuff. And he was up there the whole time, and he kept his mouth shut, and he didn't want to have any say in it. And I walked out of there, and I was talking with a guy, and I was like, look, it's a little bit more than I expected. I don't think I'm going to be interested in buying it. I'm sorry for wasting your time. And then me and him went to our Hall of Fame or whatever it was, and made a day out of it. Had some hot dogs and hung out there and looked at all the cars and spent time together. So it was a great day, a great trip. It was a good ways away. But as soon as we pulled out of there, my dad said, I am so glad that you turned that down, because I wanted to tell you not to do it.
Do not buy that. He was shooting vibes.
Yeah. So the spray chrome stuff, and it wasn't all it was cut out to be. It wasn't. I wasn't satisfied with the chrome, and I think the powder coat chrome is probably about the same way. But then again, it being on the inside of the car, it probably would look better than doing the gunmetal gray, because I'm going to do the top gunmetal gray and the frame gunmetal gray and all the interior parts, the door handles, the trim around the console, all that stuff I was going to do with the gunmetal gray color. And I just don't know if the gunmetal gray is going to work out great with the red interior with gunmetal gray inserts.
It'll look good, but chrome might just give it that extra.
I see the chrome. If I had the wheel, maybe next week when we do Tech Talk Tuesday again, I'll have the seats down. And if you've seen the back of the seats, they have so much chrome around the back of them, and it's all stainless and aluminum, so all that I can have that polished and fixed, but that little bit of stuff on there and a couple other parts I can't get it polished. But all the stainless and aluminum, I can have that done. I just hate to ruin all that trim. I mean, it's a lot of beautiful trim to ruin getting it powder coated.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, like covering up the perfection that it was. It changes the aesthetic of what it was originally by powder coating it. To me, when I see stuff that's powder coated that really should have been chrome, means that cutting corners.
You're cutting corners to save money. And to me, this kind of build and the car and the caliber of this car, it's one of those that I don't think should have corners cut. But it's not my car and it's not my money, so I have to stay within my budget, and I have to talk everything over with the owner and make sure that it's something that he wants to do. And
we have to understand that you have to be realistic when you're building these things too. And you know, that 427 is where the money went. Is it worth powder coating some of the trim so that you can have that hoss of a motor in there? I say yeah.
But who knows what the motor was paid for. I know the motor is about $50,000, 48. So that's a good chunk.
Yeah,
I know if it was I don't know what happened. It might have been donated. It might be just going in the car for show and be pulled out after.
Who knows?
I have no idea. It's not mine.
It's a $9,000 block though, ain't it? Roundabout.
Yeah.
I mean, so just there, it's like it's a lot of motor, and but at the end of the day, this is not for us to determine what money goes where. It's for him to have a vision, give advice and direction, but we're still restricted to what we're told.
Yeah.
With every build we do in this shop, really. So when Jimmy does his own, it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild.
I can't afford it unless I start getting paid off of YouTube. But I guess I need to put more content out there to get paid off of YouTube, because I have slacked in that department. This is not really something that
This is for our fans, but I don't think Tech Talk's gonna be what grows your YouTube.
I don't know. I mean, I started with the YouTube, and that's what pushed me into doing this, but I don't really have time for the YouTube channel. But I like to keep everybody here that I have, and I know I've promised things, and I've not broken my promise yet, because I've still got it in the works to do. It's just all this and trying to grow the name and all this come about. I never know. Like, one of my brothers came by today, and he's like, "You're going to Myrtle Beach. You're going to Myrtle Beach." I'm like, "I can't go." He's like, "No, you're going." He's like, "I already talked it over with your wife. She says it's on you. You're going. I need to know so I can book cabins and all." And I'm like, "I do not know. Myrtle Beach is September, and I don't know where I will be on this car, so I can't dedicate a yes or no on a weekend." Now, next weekend, if it was next weekend, I could dedicate. I could say, okay, yeah, I can make that. But September, that's 1 month out from this car having to be complete.
Yeah.
And
you're either going to be super crunch or relaxed, but you won't know until you get there.
So I can't give no answer on what or when or what I can do.
The end of September. He can tell you what he can do the second week of November.
Yeah.
Whatever y'all want to do.
Because this thing's going to be done. And out of my hair.
Sandy John said if you go with the super chrome, you have to put a clear on it, and Columbia coating makes a really good chrome.
Yeah, but I need to see that really good chrome, because some people make really good stuff and it's not really good to me.
A really good stuff not applied really good negates that it was really good stuff.
Yeah.
You can put gold on a turd, it's still a turd.
I don't know, I'd take a turd.
Oh my gosh, put enough ranch on it.
Unreal. God almighty, this turned into the comedy hour. Oh.
JK.
Oh my God. I need to see the super chrome. I need to, like, I can Google it and I can see it, but
we all know pictures don't do justice. They don't show you all the imperfections that you can see with your eye.
I'm gonna go look these up, the PVD.
Yeah, we appreciate all of it. I want to check out the PVD black chrome. Ooh, black chrome.
Yeah. I'm gonna check it out. I wonder if I know somebody that still works at Delta. I looked up on YouTube and didn't really get to watch it because I was sitting in front of the computer and I pulled it up and then I was off doing something else and I didn't really pay no attention to it. That's my problem with sitting in front of the computer. It don't keep my attention very long.
Yeah. Something goes by over here and he's, ooh, squirrel.
Now I did find a piece because I haven't seen Go-Go on here.
Oh, Sandy John's gonna do a part for you so you can see it.
Yeah, you need to do a part and bring me that Alpha.
Hook it up.
I got another car I'm cutting down for you. It's in the back. I'll be done with it probably around lunch tomorrow.
It's a Mopar.
But it's been dipped, Sandy John. So it's been dipped, so it shouldn't be hard to blast. It just needs going over and painted, basically.
Yeah.
Or primed, whatever.
Epoxy. Whatever.
So I'll probably have it done around 11. If you're done with the Alpha and you want to bring it over around that time, I should be done if you want to pick this car up. But
he had to finish a Coronet first, I think, before he got on the Alpha. But I don't know if he. I didn't talk to him, so I don't know.
So yeah, we'll get that.
Oh no.
So I don't remember. I was talking about the chrome. Yeah, do the piece. And
Ben, what year Ram you got? I missed my Ram. I had a 04. Her name was Little Bertha, or Big Bertha, but she was really a Little Bertha because she had the small V8 in it. But she was my baby. It was the first car I had ever purchased myself with my pennies. No help from any boyfriends, mothers, fathers. Nobody helped me. It was my baby, and I miss my Ram. I really do.
I wish her boyfriends would help out now.
They all gave me to you. They said it's all up to you. Everybody's done with me. They couldn't put up with it no more.
No, but the transmission, it's getting a 700 R4 in it from Phoenix Transmissions, and it's shipped out Monday, so it should be here this week.
Yay!
And when I was over getting the parts today, the battery came in. It's excess power, and it's supposed to be their biggest battery.
Nice.
Gonna need it for everything that's in this car.
What, you gonna put hydraulics and underglow lights?
Heck yeah. Yep. I'm Cheech and Chong this thing, boy.
You gonna have to have the little balls hanging.
Yep. You're gonna put a coon tail off the antenna.
Oh, I love it.
But yeah, I think it's excess power. I was supposed to bring the battery. I didn't bring it because I was going to post about it tonight because I was looking for something to post tonight, and I didn't bring it. I went out of there and left it.
Well, you left all kinds of stuff today too, didn't you?
I'm gonna have to go back. But I guess tonight I'm gonna take some pictures of the Galaxie like it sits, and I will post them front fender on there. About to start Bodywork. So, but anyways, it's getting to be about 8:30, and the dogs are at home, probably ready to go out if May ain't already let herself out.
By the way, May, since last week, she is doing much better. Her and Wheezy both got their staples out. They are fully recovered. May is back to jumping on counters and knocking things over, and she's doing wonderful. We love our fur babies. Paint everything purple. Hell yeah.
That's her color. Y'all talk too much.
That's the color of royalty, Mary. You got it.
Oh, my Lord. There ain't nothing royal here. Royal blue in the motor. Or that royal flush that I got.
Oh, mama.
But anyways, I thought we was going to do some work. But we didn't. We talked. We had fun. I had fun.
Yeah.
But tomorrow night I will be working on it, and I will be videoing. I videoed actually when we did the exhaust pipe. I just haven't edited it. I have tons of footage from a lot of stuff, and I have not edited none of it to put it on here. And I want to go and make some videos. I want to make some new videos off of my old videos. Some newer versions, because some of them I just don't like.
Like the ones where you have no beard?
No beard, smooth face. I used to think that I looked pretty good with no beard or nothing.
I like it when it's short, but when you shave it down to the face, you are super 12 years old.
42 going on 12.
Yeah, 42 going on 14.
Yeah, heck yeah.
I look like a cradle robber when he shaves his face.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hideous.
No.
Yes, every time I see the video, I wish I could change the screen picture on that video.
Like the cover.
Because when you look at it, it's me like pointing at something, and I'm sitting there and
angle.
I'm like, yeah. And it is. People probably looking at it like, oh, I ain't looking at that video. No. But anyways, y'all all have a good night, and
thank you for joining us.
Hopefully I can get something out there soon. I think I'm gonna do like Bad Chad and like
just wing it.
Like the Craig does. If y'all don't know the Craig 909, go check him out. It's the Craig 909 on YouTube. Check him out. He's a cool dude. Like him. He's in school. He's going to college. He's building cars. He's building trucks. He's got some sponsored stuff going on. Awesome dude. I talk to him a lot. He goes and likes my pictures. I like his pictures. He gives me shout outs, and every time he gives me a shout out, I get like 20, 40, 50 new followers from him on my Instagram.
Besties.
So, cool dude. Hope to meet him.
Don't know more new
but,
besties.
Talk to the hand. Talk.
I'll lick it.
But it's horrible. Yeah. So I might just do like he does and not have to worry about doing no editing. I'll just get the camera rolling and go with it.
Yeah, unscripted.
Unscripted, kind of like we do here with the Tech Talk.
Yeah. But I could follow you around and you could just do what you're doing, and I'll stay behind the camera.
Yeah. So I appreciate everybody. Love you guys, and I'll see you next Tuesday.
Yep. Have a great night, guys. Love you bunches. Where's the button?